Okay, we're going to do another basic one here, just vinaigrette. And there are a million different ways that you can make vinaigrette, but I just want to show you the basic one so you have that one. So generally speaking, you put 1 part vinegar, 3 parts oil. And you can put different kinds of vinegar and you can put different kinds of oil. So for the most basic one, and what I do a lot with sort of some of the classic French things like the grated carrot salad or lentil salad, leeks, a lot of those types of things. I use red wine vinegar and then I use vegetable oil, usually either peanut oil or canola oil. And that's about as basic as it gets. And you put 1/3 vinegar, and you put 1 part vinegar and 3 parts oil. And I think in an earlier video I may have said 1 part vinegar and 2 parts oil, but disregard that if I did. So I'm going to show you kind of a basic emulsified one tonight, and then we'll talk a little bit more about it. So I like to put mustard, and it makes it kind of a mustard vinaigrette, and it's super simple. Probably about call it a tablespoon or so of mustard, which is pretty much, right? And then I'm going to put 1/3 of a cup, and I'm actually going to measure because I've been getting harassed for not measuring stuff, which apparently makes it difficult. And so there's about 1/3 of a cup of vinegar, and you guys know me by now, and I like the vinegar a lot. So, and now add some seasoning, so some salt and pepper. Not too much. The salt, maybe half a teaspoon at the most. And then you get your whisk, and you'll see here I've got my bowl on a towel. That just helps hold it in place. With vinaigrette, it's not that bad, but so you mix those guys up with your whisk. Now here I'm going to do all vegetable oil, okay? So a cup of vegetable oil. And what you do is you add it slowly while you're whisking. So you start whisking and you sort of drizzle it in. And you'll see how the oil is getting nicely incorporated into the vinegar mixture. And that's how you want it. It'll stay nicely emulsified. The mustard actually helps with the emulsification, so it helps hold it together. You just add it in a slow stream. And if you see that the oil is starting to kind of build up too much on top of the vinegar mixture, then you just stop pouring for a second and whisk it. Make sure you get around the edges there so you're getting all the oil incorporated. And you don't have to go super, super slow. There we go. Oops, it just splashed a little bit. There we go. And so there's my vinaigrette, right? And now taste it and see what you think. And generally speaking, with that ratio, it comes out really good. Now, a couple things. You don't have to put the mustard. So if you do just oil and vinegar, just start with your vinegar, add some salt and pepper, and then add your oil in. If you want to add any kind of herbs, you can. If you want to add some lemon juice in or some lime juice in, you can do that, no problem. If you want to add some onions in or some chopped up shallots, you can do that. If you want to use half vegetable oil and half olive oil, it makes it a little heavier, but then it gives it its more olive oil flavor, and that's delicious. You really can add in, I think I mentioned herbs. I mean, you can add in any kind of herbs you want. You can, I talk about fresh thyme a lot. You can add thyme in. You can add basil in if you want. You can add in anything you want. If you make this basic one like this, This will keep in your refrigerator, so keep it covered in the refrigerator, and that will keep beautifully. And you can take just a little bit out and then add some herbs to it. So this is almost like your base, and then you can add other things to it. So there you go. There's just some classic vinaigrette.